Hello. I think we're live.
All right,
Good morning,
cool.
Paula. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Tara?
Good. Thank you for joining. Um, Paula, I just wanted you to come on because I've seen some amazing changes in your life and in your business and just opening up. And we've worked together in a group coaching setting as well as a one-on-one coaching setting. You are part of my female entrepreneurs mastermind group that we do for an entire year. And we're still at the beginning stages of that, just to share with everyone out there.
Mhm.
And um, I've already seen a significant impact, but also in the work that we did one-on-one before that. So I wanted to ask you, what got you into even being interested in coaching to be with me to begin with?
Well, I've known you for many years. And so that helped because we worked together in the corporate world. And when I knew I was going to be taking on this role of owning a company, I had, envisioned being in a mastermind and having coaching because there's so much I don't know. And you and I had kind of talked about it a little bit before you even offered it. And then in the fall, you said, "Hey, I'm going to do a mastermind. I'm going to do this group of ladies. Would you like to come?" And I was like, perfect timing because that's when I took over the business. So I just knew I needed additional assistance.
Yeah, to bring you further. Was there anything that you felt like was not working in your life or in your business at the time?
I think the biggest thing is just I was so new at it. I didn't know anything. For a little bit of background for those who have joined, I've been doing this business, for 7 years. And a year and a half ago, I was given the opportunity to say yes or no to purchasing the business. And I never dreamed of running a business. And so in October of last year, I signed the paperwork and said, I'm going to take over this business. And I didn't know all the, I still don't know. I am learning what it is to run a business. And I think the biggest fear was, finances and making sure that, we were being profitable for myself, but also the team that is coming along, with me.
Yeah, and I think that's really a fear for anyone in doing their own thing, their own business. I mean, it's finances, right? Like, can I make this work? Like, if I know in my heart it's a passion, it's something I would love to do, but it's really scary.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it matters what the business is because we all have that if we want to do our own thing. Like, can I really make this? And that's where I really like to support people. As you knew me in the corporate world, I've been financially driven as well as driven from the heart and do the right thing by my clients and in alignment with my own integrity. Um, so I really like to focus on making sure that I work mostly with female entrepreneurs that you can take your business to the next level financially and remove any blocks. Um, do you recall any kind of blocks that you had or any work that might have come up in the work we did together?
Oh, absolutely. And more, I feel like I've eased into it and then kind of running now since we started the, week to week. We were meeting once a month, but meeting with you every week really has intensified the motivation and the drive because like you said, you want to help people. That's what we do. And we help people and their dogs. And, that doesn't mean that you can't have a financial, gain in it. And my concern was, um, how to handle money, how to, charge for things and really see the value. And I think that was the big thing is seeing value and that you are worth X number of dollars to offer this service. Because honestly, if all my bills were paid, I'd probably do it for free.
Yeah,
And so,
I
and
mean
learning
that's when you know you're in the right line of work, and
totally.
you know,
Yeah. And so the very first book you had me read early this month or late last month was, The Big Leap. And that talked about like our thermostat to finances and how that really is instilled in us as a young person. And I was taught, and not any bad, with my parents, but, money can be a bad thing from experiences and as well as what I was taught. I really started thinking like having money is a bad thing, and that the more you have, the more maybe you're going to, not be honest and have integrity. But that's really not the case, because that's not who I am. And that's something you helped me see, like, you're not that person. You are someone who has integrity, and the money is just so you can do more. And so getting over that hump to say, money is not bad.
No, and you can provide more to those people working with you. You can provide higher levels of services for your clients. So, yeah, I think that's all been part of it. It's hard to get there, I think, without a coach, to see where your own blocks are, where you're stopping yourself, and then looking at what we can create in your business to bring you further. So, how has anything in your situation changed since when we first started to where you're at now? Has there been any significant impact or improvement in your business?
Sure, a ton. Early on, meeting once a month and having other entrepreneurs, in the same boat is really widening and thinking about ways to reach out to people, doing more Facebook Lives, different, like looking at a big ticket item, which AKA meant like providing amazing program, started kind of saying, okay, well, what can we do to make this better? How can we help people more in this area? And so that was kind of the month to month, but then, starting this more intense program has been, launching that program, launching the next program, and thinking through, how are you going to market this? You have this great idea, but now how are you going to get it out? And how are you going to speak to it so that people really understand what you're offering? Speaking to them emotionally, not just saying like, we're going to meet this many times and, this is how long it's going to be, but really saying like that we're going to change the life that you have with your dog, and how to do that. And so just having all these different little pieces that I would have never thought of, and having one place to get, help to say, have you thought about this? That has really helped change specifically.
And you do change people's lives, Paula, because people love their dogs. And when a dog is aggressive, it affects everyone, the person that could be the victim of the dog or the child and the owner. And it's so, it's just, our dogs can be in our heart and in our soul forever. Even I know since I lost my dog, she's still with me. So I think for you and for any business, like I know what I do is, changes people's lives, and it matters. And it's like recognizing that what you do really does have an impact, and you really are worthy in figuring out that higher ticket item, and then the next one and the next one, and how to implement it and market it. So that is something that I'm really big on, because I want people to see a significant impact financially, but do it in a way that you have this like all around good life that's in integrity, and you're living with comfort and ease, and not with stress and craziness.
Yeah. And I wanted to share like that specific program that launched. I was afraid to ask for the sale, basically, because we did a 2-hour lecture and gave tons of value. Just, they could have walked away with that and done tremendous with it. But then when it was time to say, hey, do you want to do this with me? Do you want to take this journey for 4, 6, or 12 months? Because I really want to help you and your dog, overcome being reactive, overreacting to things like other dogs and people. And people were like, yep, let's do it. It was like, okay. And it was so cool to see that I had really shown through what we were going to offer, and that, we built that trust, and they were willing to like go on the journey, which is amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, amazing when you start to see it happen, and you're actually like, okay, this was an idea I dreamt of, and now it's all coming into fruition and manifestation.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and you are doing both. You're making this impact that you want to make, more of an impact on people's lives. At the same time, you're able to monetize it and create more financial gain for your business, for yourself, so you can have more to give. And it's all a really good thing. So was there anything about the program or the coaching with me that has surprised you, or that has impacted maybe other areas of your life or something?
Sure. I think your coaching is not just business related. That's what I came to you for, was the business side, because that's, where I felt like I had a weakness, and I had seen you in the corporate world, and I had, I'd done ride-alongs with you in Milwaukee. And I remember, how you just, the way you could speak to people and help them, I was like, that always stuck in my mind, that experience, how like 12 years ago or something, like that really stuck in my mind.
Thank you.
And absolutely. And then when it came to coaching, I was like, okay, I need this business coaching. And then it's translated into, what do you want your life to look like? Your personal life. And the honest answer was, I don't know. Like, I just want to help people, but I never put myself first. And that's still something, I continuously will have to work on, because that's who I am. But it's translated into a better mindset overall. But specifically, like, where do you want to live? Do you want to live where you are today? What does it look like? Last week in our session, you asked me to close my eyes. I was all like, oh, why are we doing this? But to really envision, because I don't take the time to envision, what does look for 5 years, and literally, like, I'm going down the path of moving closer to our facility and taking those steps. And it's scary and exciting. But now I'm like driven to do it, where I probably would have stayed. I should have moved a long time ago, honestly. So, my husband's on board for it. And, I have someone who's going to help me potentially sell this house and get another house. And we want it, my husband wants a pool. I'm totally game for that. We want to simplify in a way. We're not looking for, even though maybe we're going to make more money. It's not that I'm looking for a bigger house. I'm looking for the ease that, you encourage. Is, I want to be closer to the office. I don't want to have to drive 30 minutes. Why am I doing that? And so that's super, like, I'm literally preparing my home right now. Like, wow. Do I need this? Do I need to have this? And hire, next week I'm hiring someone to come and like do a deep clean of my house, so I can have an easier, life that way, where I would have said, oh, I'm not really worthy of that.
Yeah. We don't recognize like the small changes and the small investment even in ourselves, that how much that is worth to us, to the quality of our life overall, and what else we can create. And yeah, you're doing major things. Like, I've seen the business excelling in a short amount of time. New programs on the horizon, a book on the horizon for you, moving locations. So it's just been really my honor to be a part of your journey. So thank you for allowing me to help guide you in this way. And what matters, what's exciting for me and thrilling, is to see you excel and do more and live the way you want to live, and like say, yes, we're going to get a new house that's going to be an easier life for me with a pool, and it's going to be, and we're really creating programs that are changing people's lives and impacting, helping dogs and helping their owners, and it's just like more love in the world.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Because if you would have asked me this time last year, I'd been like, no way. Like, I wouldn't be doing those things. And really, I think it's funny because, everything I read that, is talking about, like, think about what you want. I don't think a lot of us do that. I know I didn't do that. I didn't think about what I wanted. I didn't daydream. I find myself daydreaming about what something's going to look like. And it's like exciting and terrifying. But if it's scary, I feel like I have to do it. I have to do the thing so I can have the experience, safely, of course. But yeah, but it's like, wow, and the more that I put energy into that, whatever it is that I want, the more it just seems to snowball in the right direction.
I completely agree. Because then you put your mind on it, your attention on it, and that's what you draw in. And when you are thinking to yourself, like, that would be amazing. But no way is that possible, or that would be really scary. Right. You're right. That's exactly what you need to do. And that's what I tell myself too. I'm like, that's way out of this world crazy, but it would be really awesome. And I'm like, don't limit yourself. That's the thing. That's the thing right there.
Yeah, and it's really hard because I feel like, you limit yourself much of your life,
Yeah. Why do we do that?
I don't know. like it's not going to happen going forward. It's still, you still kind of feel the hump, and then you're like a little more gas.
Yeah. We're not limiting ourselves anymore, but yeah, I know what you mean. Good. I love it. Well, the sky's the limit, in all aspects of life. So anything else you want to share? Or is that about, I think we've covered it pretty well.
Yeah, I think the thing that was scary to continue working with you was, well, not that you were going to push, I knew you were going to push me where I wanted to go. So that was amazing, because I knew like I need that. Because, you know, when you work for yourself, while my team definitely pushes me to do great things, and those, you know, who are supportive, having someone specifically that you feel like you can openly talk to about things and that really gets it is helpful. But what I would tell people is the financial investment, you won't think about it because it's going to be so much value. That was what was scary, but I knew what I was getting into was going to be worth it. And that, you know, because again, that's one of those limiting beliefs when it comes to finances. It's like, it's a must. It's not a should, it's a must.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I think whenever there's a scary financial investment, any aspect of it, if you're drawn to it from your heart, you never know what it's going to create financially. Like it's an ROI in everything we do. We follow the heart. It's an ROI. We have to invest our heart in relationships, and it's scary, and it's an ROI, and it's the same thing financially. So it's like, where do we choose to block it, and where do we choose to go for it? So,
yeah.
Thank you so much for again being part of coaching programs with me, and for getting online live today and sharing some of your journey. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, and thank you anyone that's watching us. I hope that I connect with you as well. And Paula, you have a wonderful day. I'm going to be in touch tomorrow in a group.
I know. So many things to talk about.
Okay, bye.
Bye.